Hey, so in this video, I'm talking about a decision I recently took, and in a bigger scale, it's a video to question why we do the things we do. How much of those things really come from us? How much of these things are really our decisions? And how much of those things are dictated by society? So overall, it's an invitation to question why we do certain things and to start to choose the things we do more consciously. So yeah, I really hope you like it, and yeah, let's watch it. Hello. So I wanted to talk about something today. First of all, I wanted to say I decided recently to stop wearing makeup. Obviously, it's not like I mean like in a daily basis. I decided to stop. Oh my god, there's a wave just there. Hopefully, I'm not gonna get wet because oh my god. Anyway, so yeah. I decided to stop wearing makeup on a daily basis, and especially when I feel like I'm not really wearing it to make me happy, or like, and it's like really questioning myself before I'm doing it. And the reason why I started to actually question that, okay, I have a problem there, basically. That's gonna be funny. Okay, let me tell you my problem. Basically, I'm there, and I have to go on the other side there, but there's water everywhere, and I'm like in jeans and stuff. I think I'm gonna have to climb. Climbing is basically from here to here, so that's gonna be interesting. Anyway, just wait. Woo. Well, I did it. So, congrats me. Anyway, so what I was saying, yeah, I decided to stop wearing makeup because I want to tell you a story. I know I'm going all over the place, but I'm not like practicing to like get to my point without having notes, and it's really yeah, it's a challenge, but it's fine. So I wanted to say, I wanted to talk about this story. It was like years ago. I was working in this hotel thing. It was when I was still a student, like law student. So I was going to classes, and I had this receptionist job in this hotel. So basically, I had this. I had this like barman. He was a barman colleague, and one day I remember he was just like, I don't know what we were talking about, but he was like, yeah, maybe you should wear makeup. It like you would look prettier. And then I remember I was kind of like
shocked by what he was saying. So I just like started to look at him like, well, what the fuck are you saying? And he was like no, I mean prettier, not that you're not pretty. And I was like, yeah, but that's not the point. Like, you don't say that to someone. Like, this is like so rude. I don't know. And at that time I remember, actually I didn't care that much about like, well, I still do, but I didn't care about like what others said of me, or like what people felt, you know. I didn't care. Like whatever they would say, I would do like the contrary, or I just would do whatever I wanted. But I don't know, like I remember, like from this point my behavior kind of started to change, and I started to like be a little more self-conscious, I would say, and especially about how I look and stuff like that. Like not because I was touched by what he was saying, you know, but more because I don't know, it's kind of like it just changed something, I guess. And from that point, I remember I started to like wear like foundation and kind of like start wearing mascara and stuff like that. And it got to a point where, like especially last year, I felt like I kind of lost myself in that, like in the sense where I've always been, as long as I can remember, I've always been like very natural, and I love the natural beauty. I don't like the superficiality, you know. I don't like, I never actually, when like growing up, I never liked makeup or like even nails, like nail polish and stuff. It was never my thing. Not that I wasn't feminine or anything, you know. I love, for example, I love hairs. I love my hair. I love when they are really long and stuff. But I mean, this physical like modification, I would say, I just never been. It was never something that I would actually consider doing, you know. And last year, especially, I was kind of like hanging out with different kind of crowd, and especially like you know, the music industry, and I guess you could say the entertainment industry kind of force you, yeah, I don't know if it's the right word for that, but kind of like, I guess it's kind of how do you say, it's not said, but it's kind of like everybody do it, you know. And it's for example, like everybody wears makeup, everybody kind of like dress like well, I'm talking for women, obviously. Every woman like wears like heels and like dresses and wear makeup. You have to have like the nails well done, you know, like and all those things. And it was never actually my thing. I was never a fan of it. I was never identifying myself with it. But as I said, from this point, like my entire mindset changed, and that's why I started to be way more self-conscious and kind of caring way more about like how I look, and if I had like the perfect makeup and stuff like that. And it's so weird to talk about it, because now that I'm thinking about that, I'm like, oh my god, like this is so like just because of one person, or like one, like something like a colleague said, all my behavior just changed. It's just crazy, you know. But it's just also to show, it's on the side notes, just be careful to like what you say to people, and just being careful of the word you say. I mean, I'm pretty sure he wasn't like he wasn't meant, he didn't mean to like upset me, or like he didn't meant to hurt me, I guess. But the way he said it, and I think the way I interpreted it, yeah, it just shifted my behavior entirely. So I think it's an important subject because and also kind of sensible. I don't know. Sensible. Let's just say sensible. I think it's a sensible subject because or sensitive subject. I think it's a sensitive subject because like you have to be careful how you talk about that, and being careful of not upsetting people, I guess. But obviously it's not to judge anybody, okay? Like everybody do how they want, but it's just to open it's just to open the mind to question ourselves, and just like, why do we do the thing we do, you know? Like, for example, for that case, why do women wear makeup? I know this is it sounds like a superficial question, but it's not. It's not. Like, if you think about it, like, just try to answer the question: why do women wear makeup? Why do women wear heels? I'm pretty sure there's a history behind it, but I mean, since when it was the normality? And like, I don't know. I know it's really simple question, but I think it's really interesting. And also, for like, if you are a woman, just ask yourself, when you are wearing makeup, or like trying to do like your nails and wearing like, I don't know, sexy clothes or whatever, for who are you doing it? Because if it's for you, it's fine, it's great, it's really like amazing, just go for it. But if it's like, but if you notice, and you don't have to like shout it to the world, you know. But just if you notice that you're doing things for other people, or for like to get other people attention, or maybe to get their approval, and maybe like, I don't know, like for example you're wearing certain like clothes, and you don't feel comfortable in it, but you're doing it just because other people are doing it, or you're doing it because you want to get the attention of people or someone, then in that case I think it might be better to like question yourself, and maybe making sure that you are not sacrificing a part of you for someone or for other people. I think it's an important self-talk or self-conversation to have. It's definitely a conversation with yourself, you know, like you don't have to like show it to anybody, or like it's definitely something that you can do like on your own. But I think it's a very important conversation to have, because also I think a lot of women are concerned, and I mean I don't know about men, I don't know about men, but maybe this is also I'm pretty sure this is something that I also touch men. Like, why do you want the thing you want? Why do you do the thing you do? And why do you want? What do you like? For example, even why do you own the thing you own? Most of the time, we buy things to impress people, to get attention, to show on Instagram. I don't know, and it just becomes this kind of like superficial game, and I think we would benefit, and the world would benefit of more honesty and more authenticity, I guess. Definitely a lot more vulnerability and a lot more authenticity. It's funny because I never been the type of girl who actually loved makeup and like dresses and heels and things like that. But I guess because of social conditioning and because of like I don't know. I don't want to be like, this is the world made me do it, you know, type of thing. But I think there's a power in social pressure, and I think especially when you're young, like teenage year, you're more impressionable, and I guess you can easily get influenced by some things you see. I'm still in Porto, by the way, and I love it. It's amazing. I love the city. Very different from Lisbon, but I mean, as long as there's the ocean and the sun, I'm never complaining. Can you see this fog there? This is so creepy. But I think it's gonna rain soon. I think it's also making sure that those things are not making you doubt your worth, and it's also about not putting these things as part of you, you know, because you exist without those things. I think makeup in especially, and this is a big problem. I mean, I don't hate it, but I'm really like, this is really not my thing. And the reason why is that for the longest time I felt like makeup was kind of like wearing a mask or something like that, you know. I think for most women is mostly something to hide who they are, or to, like, you have actually some projects called like that, you know, like removing imperfection. What is this telling you? What it's saying is that you are not perfect as you are, and you need this product to make you perfect, or to like remove the imperfection out of you, you know. And I think this is very, very toxic, and you can see it in very like a lot of ads, like makeup ads and stuff like that. And I think this is like this is the dark side of the makeup industry, I think. Just a lot of self-shaming, and a lot of like a lot of questioning, like a lot of questioning for women on their worth and their self-esteem, you know. I wanted to add that it's not really only about wearing makeup or not wearing makeup, wearing dress or whatever, wearing heels, whatever. It's not that much about the thing. It's more about like why you're doing it, and if you're like for example, let's say you're very happy about like wearing makeup, and it's just something that you enjoy. Like I know people, I know like women who just love makeup, and this is like their passion. But I think there's a difference between like loving something and doing it just because you are expected to do it, or because society told you to do it. At the other side, on the other side, I know many women, I have a lot of friends that feel like society tell them to behave a certain way, to act a certain way, and to like they have to, like for example, they have to look pretty, and they have to like look all put together, and they are expected to like do a lot of things that do not actually make them happy, you know. Like for example, they are expected to like wear makeup, and they hate doing it. Maybe they are expected to like wear heels, but it makes them suffer, and you know, and maybe they have to like I don't know. It's some example, but there's so many other things, you know. Not even talking about the you know, the place of a woman who has, you know, children, and who's also who has also obligation as a wife, you know, and having to like deal with all this side of their life, but at the same time having to take care of also maybe their own desire and their own for example ambition, and their own like their self-care as well, you know. I think actually this is something that inspired me to make this video, and I think I'm getting closer to what I want to like talk about, I guess, in that channel. And this is some subject that I really want to explore. I'm not saying I have all the tools to actually talk about it, but I'm definitely looking forward to learn more about this, and just maybe share with you what I learned along the way. But I think this is really something that inspired me, and I like looking in my past. It's definitely something that I've always been inspired by. Just looking at the women around me, and just being inspired by them, and but also questioning the society around me and the different dynamics that were going on around me. And yeah, so I was inspired by women by women around me, and some also subject that comes very and also inspired by some subject that comes very often in conversation that I have with women, with friends, with family as well, and I think this is very important to talk about it and to actually point things to point things out and to express them, to be able to change them, not only in the society, but not only individually, but also in the society. I definitely think that I definitely think that by actually talking about things and expressing things, this is the best way to change things. Because if we just ignore them and just...
So the camera got cut, but what I was saying is that the best way to actually change things are actually to point them out. Because if we just ignore things, nothing is gonna change.
It's definitely by actually expressing things that we can change them. And yeah, that's why I'm very inspired to make this video and to actually talk about this. So yeah, I think the world would benefit from a questioning, and just a questioning from everyone, just from the thing we do, the thing we own, and yeah, I don't know. Obviously, this is just my point of view, so you take whatever you want. But I do think that it would benefit a lot of us to start questioning the thing we do, the thing we want, the thing we own. And I think also our lifestyle in general. So yeah. Anyway, that was all. Thank you for watching. Bye.